In the winter of 1964, a mysterious parcel arrived at the Atlanta residence of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., containing a damning audio reel and a single, chillingly typed page. Posing as a disillusioned follower, the author branded the civil rights icon a monstrous fraud and a moral degenerate, ultimately suggesting he had exactly 34 days to take his own life. This wasn't the rambling of an unhinged fanatic. This meticulously crafted death threat was orchestrated by the highest echelons of American law enforcement, the Federal Bureau of Investigation. Decades after a fatal bullet struck Dr. King on a Memphis balcony, a massive faction of the American public completely rejects the official narrative of a solitary racist shooter. For the black community, skepticism is nearly universal, shared even by King's closest allies and his own relatives. Government inquiries have openly admitted that a broader plot was highly probable, yet the true depth of this tragedy extends far beyond whoever pulled the trigger. Through a trove of recently unsealed intelligence files, a dark window has opened into the clandestine operations of the 1960s FBI, revealing exactly who was pulling the strings in the shadows. The 1960s birthed a hidden, high-stakes collision between two incredibly powerful figures. On one side stood the untouchable director of the FBI, commanding the full might of the federal government. On the other stood a champion of marginalized citizens, armed strictly with unshakable rhetoric and a steadfast commitment to peaceful resistance. This strategy of absolute pacifism was devastatingly effective because it consistently provoked brutal, televised retaliation from local authorities. By forcing the nation to watch unarmed citizens endure horrific state-sanctioned violence, the movement captured an undeniable moral superiority that no police baton could shatter. It was a masterclass in societal disruption, and it was tearing the old Southern establishment apart at the seams. To dismantle this movement, FBI Director J. Edgar Hoover needed an excuse to destroy King. Under the guise of hunting Cold War communists, the Bureau unleashed an unprecedented wiretapping campaign. Operatives bugged King's hotel suites and tapped his residential phones. They never found a shred of Marxist infiltration. Instead, they claimed to have captured illicit audio of drunken, hedonistic affairs. For a prejudiced director desperate to shatter King's saintly image, these highly dubious, unverified sex tapes were the ultimate weapon. The Bureau's panic reached a fever pitch when Dr. King was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize. In a desperate maneuver, Hoover's syndicate mailed King the audio reels alongside that infamous anonymous letter urging him to commit suicide. But King didn't break. He marched on, expanding his crusade until a fateful trip to Memphis.
Good evening. Dr. Martin Luther King, the apostle of nonviolence in the civil rights movement, has been shot to death in Memphis, Tennessee. Police have issued an all-points bulletin for a well-dressed young white man seen running from the scene.
On the evening of April 4th, 1968, a single rifle round shattered the air, striking King on his hotel balcony and silencing the defining voice of a generation. Law enforcement quickly pinned the murder on an escaped convict named James Earl Ray, but destroyed evidence, suspicious timelines, and the FBI's own dark history left the public entirely unconvinced. While no definitive document proves the federal government fired the fatal shot, the tragic reality is that they didn't have to. By actively stripping away his protection, demonizing his character, and fueling a national atmosphere of lethal hostility, the FBI engineered the exact conditions of his murder. Today, a towering granite monument honors King in the nation's capital, yet just blocks away, the primary headquarters of American justice still proudly bears the name of J. Edgar Hoover, the very man who tried to destroy him.